show you what I call sweet gold. It's homemade caramel or caramel. Once you make it, you will never buy caramel again. You will always make it. Let me show you how, and oh my gosh, it is so delicious. Let me get you started. Now to make our homemade caramel, which once you've had homemade, you never want to go back. You need a half a cup of water, lukewarm water. You need 1 cup of sugar, 1/3 cup of butter, and 1/3 cup of heavy whipping cream. We're going to cook the sugar and the water till it's completely dissolved. Add the butter and we're going to get really caramelized, and then we're going to add the whipping cream. Now I do want to tell you, we're going to keep this whipping cream at room temperature. You don't want to add it when it's cold, otherwise could splatter. All right, let me show you how to do it in a saucepan. Let's get started. All right, I have my 1 cup of sugar inside a shallow pan, and this is only going to make about 1 cup of caramel. If you're going to make more, you can double or triple the recipe. You'll obviously need a bigger pan, but I like to work with a smaller pan so I can get my spoon in there since it's such a hot liquid. So I'm just going to stir this a little bit before I turn on my heat. What we're going to look for is to get this boiling so it's almost like an amber color. We don't want to burn it though, so you don't want to walk away. So I'm going to let it boil, and when it gets to a boil in the amber color, I'll come back and I'll show you. So as you can see, it's starting to really bubble. I still have it on medium heat. I'm not using a metal instrument to stir. I'm using a bamboo spoon, actually it's a fork, or you can use a rubber spatula. And I'm stirring towards the middle because I don't want to splatter on the sides. When you splatter on the sides when you're stirring, it actually makes a crystallization, and it can actually make small little, sugar lumps in your caramel. So I'm going to keep stirring this. Until it gets really bubbly, and then it's going to start turning that amber brown. But I want to watch it because I don't want it to burn. So while it's boiling, I'm actually going to warm up my heavy cream. I want to make sure that it's definitely not cool. So I'm going to put it in the microwave for about 30 seconds and warm it up because I don't want to pour cold milk cream into my hot sugar. And my sugar is almost ready. All right, I want to show you that it is getting to be that amber color. It is a little more difficult to see the color because it's a black bottom pan, but it is definitely a browner color, and you need to get it brown but not burnt because that's what gets that rich, beautiful caramel color. Now I'm going to take this off the heat. I'm going to stir it just a little bit more. There we go. I can actually even smell it. I'm going to take it off the heat. Now here's a little trick. One is I always replace one instrument on top of another to show my children that this is hot. I don't want them getting anywhere near a stovetop. Now I'm going to take my milk cream and I'm going to pour it in very, very slowly. You can see that bubbling sound. Very slowly. There we go. I probably should have made that cream a little bit warmer because, oops, there we go. See that? That's what you don't want. But I'm still going to show that to you in the video because I want to show you that I should have made my cream a little bit warmer, but that's okay. It's still going to work. So I'm going to stir this a little bit until it calms down. I don't want to put my butter in until it's completely calmed down. All right, and I'm just going to keep stirring it until it gets a really caramely look. There we go. All right, I'm going to stir it a little bit longer, and then I'm going to add in the butter. I won't need to worry about it melting because it's going to melt just fine. All right, my caramel has settled down, and it hasn't thickened completely yet, so I'm going to add my butter pieces. I'm going to get this completely melted. It's going to melt pretty quick. And once this is melted, I'm going to let it cool down, and then I'm going to put it in a mason jar and keep the lid off until it's completely cooled because you don't want to get any condensation in there. Okay. All right, as you can see, our caramel is done. I just let it cool at room temperature and then I put it in the refrigerator, and now it is ready to go onto ice cream, dip on apples. I'm actually going to use this for an upcoming recipe that I'm making of an apple pie. So delicious. This can stay in your refrigerator for up to about 6 weeks. Just keep it airtight with a top or a foil or something like that. And there you go, homemade caramel sauce. See you next time. Bye-bye.